Hi everybody, this is Kat, and I'm trying a different angle um, on my camera. So let's see if we can do this right. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to show you. I found the Finding Nemo that I was talking about the other day. There she is. There's Dory, and there's Nemo's dad, I guess. And I never did find out what his name is. But anyway. And it's a 40 by 40, and it's bright. It's got some really pretty bright colors. And I already set it up. As you can see, this is the container I put it in. Come here. Ouch. As you can see, it's got 24 colors. And then these are some of the extras that we've got. There's a lot of color there. And so what I plan on doing, I want to just show you how I set up my paintings before I start, okay? And what I do is I take some of this, this is what I call painter's tape. And what I do is I take and I wrap, I put some on the outer edges of the painting to keep it clean, okay? And this is kind of how I do it, okay? And I don't cover up my the drill field, and I don't cover up the key or the legend here. That I don't do. So let me get this out of the way real quick. Okay, now I turn it like so. I hope you can see what I'm doing. And let's see. Can I back? No, it's going forward. No, that's as far back as I can get it. Okay, anyhow. And then what I do is I just take my sheet, I just fold it up a little bit like so. And as you can see, this is where your key is, so you don't want to cover that up. So what I do is I just sort of set it right there. And whoop, come on. Sometimes it goes on there perfect, and other times not so much. There we go. And then what you do is you just keep doing this all the way around the painting. And that way the painting stays clean along the edge. And it doesn't collect all the hair and the other good stuff that you can collect very easily. And then what I do is I grit it, but let me get this done first. Okay. And what I normally do is on the box where I've got the drills and stuff, I take that, and what I'll do is I usually put the name of the painting and the number of the painting. You know, it'll have like a number on it, and that I take and I put that on the little box. Let me get this little tail off of here. There we go. Get that off of there. Okay. Get that off my finger. Okay. There's that part. Then what I do is I take... shoot. The only thing I don't like about this table is it's too blasted small. Hang on. Let me get my tape. It disappeared on me. Quit. Ah, there it is. Almost landed almost all the way over next to the door. Okay. Got You'll have to excuse me, my little light. That thing comes in handy, let me tell you. Yeah. Would you hold on just a second? My tea is ready. So I'm going to put you on pause. Come on. Okay, I guess that's on pause. I'll be right back. Oh, is it green tea? Oh, okay. I didn't know it was green tea. I thought it was regular tea. Okay, thank you. All right. Sorry about that. Ew. I had to go get my tea. All right. I'm hoping this is still running. I think it is, but anyway. And I can't tell. All right, what I do is I take and I put grid marks, okay, along here. There's one. And then there's two. I do the grid marks so that way I can section it to where I'm only doing small sections at a time. Okay, like so. And the cat is at the door banging. So if you can hear her, you'll have to excuse her. Okay, and then what I do is I just take and I turn it. And I do the same thing. Like so. Oop. But you do have to make sure it's laying completely flat when you do this. Or you end up having it blowing up on you. Okay, I'm just going to put the 3 across here. Like so. There we go. Just like that. And then what you do is wherever you decide to start, say for instance you're going to start in this corner right here, then what you do is you take your little scissors, which that's why I keep these around, and what you do is you snip the plastic sheet and the tape. I always go up a couple of ways like that, and then I do it again, and then when you're done with that particular come on, you just have to be careful not to cut the painting, because these are sharp. Come on. Come on. Alrighty. What are you doing? There we go. And then you just kind of make sure you don't cut the painting. And then you just layer back down like so until you're ready to use it. And then as you work, say you get done with this corner here, then what you do is you snip this off and then you just remove it. It's gone. And then you've already got all your drills on there, and you don't have to keep the sheet on there. Cool, huh? And that is how I set up my paintings. And that way it's ready to go, and all I have to do is just get the drills out and start, kind of thing. And let's see. I got this. I don't know what I did with my, there's my glasses. What did I do with my, John, knowing my cat? She's probably been up here and knocked my thing down, as usual, because I'm using one of the, I don't see it, it's probably falling behind. Anyhow, and what I'm using is I'm using blue tack to, in my thing. This is my blue tack. This is what I've been using, and in my pen, and that way I have it's good and sticky. You know, my daughter got a new tea today, and she told me what it is, and I'll be honest with you, I can't remember the name of it. Let's see, it's green tea, and I think she said it has vanilla, and I think she said raspberry in it, and so, and this is that cup I was telling you about that I bought. It's got the little infuser, like so, and then I just set it over there. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. All right. Anyway, let me show you real quick. Put it back together. Okay. This is my teacup. Get that out of the way. I don't know if you can see it because it is clear. All right. And then it has a little lid, like so. Okay. And then you take your little infuser and you just raise it up, let it drain. Okay, like so. And then just set it on top of your lid. And that way it doesn't drain onto anything. It just sits in that little lid, and if it's going to drain, it's going to drain inside the lid. Okay, now what I do is I usually drink my tea with creamer in it, and so you'll have to excuse me. Ooh, that's so good. Anyhow, this has got raspberry, vanilla, and some other things, and it's a green tea. Ooh, that's so good. That tastes delicious. Anyhow, so that is how I set up my painting to work on. And so what we're going to do is, as soon as I can find I'll just use this one, I guess. I take and get all my stuff. I know I had another, a purple pen, a different one. And it was one of them chunky ones, them fat chunky ones, but dang, I keep knocking stuff over. Stop already. All right, I guess it must have dropped onto the floor and I can't find it. But that's okay. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Give me my glasses so I can see what I'm doing. And let's look at V, number 23. How about we start there? Okay. 23 is this kind of a yellow color. It's a 3852. And then what I do, let me back this up a little bit. And we'll scoot her on down. Tilt her over a little. Okay, like so. And anyhow, there we go. And then what we do is I'm going to work on these V's right here in the middle. I figured I'd try those because these are all F's and they're dark, so I figured I'd start this. I'm in the mood for something bright and cheerful and happy with some real pretty bright colors and not have to put up with everything dark and dreary like the outdoors, right? So, anyhow, and this is how I set up my my paintings before I get started. And like I said, it doesn't take long, but it does save you a lot of time and effort because it keeps all of the dust and debris and stuff like that off of it. And so that's the main thing right there. Because I have the cats and they tend to shed all over everything, and including my paintings. So I try to, limit that as much as I can. And so anyway, but I did work on the purple dragon earlier today. I didn't film it, I just worked on it. And then I got to digging around and messing around, and I finally found this one that I had been talking about on my previous video. And so I pulled it out, kitted it up, and got it ready to be worked on. The only thing I have against the putty is you have to kind of push it back in a little tip when and it starts to ooze out a little bit. But that's all right. All righty, I'm getting there. And but I just thought, I would do this with you for something a little different. Me, I like color and I like things that are bright, colorful. I always have. Yeah. I broke my rule though. I said I wouldn't be buying any more diamond paintings, right? Well, I couldn't resist. I broke my rule. And I ended up buying 2 diamond paintings. They're peacocks. And when they come in, I'll show them to you. They are absolutely gorgeous. And I couldn't resist. I kept looking at them. I said, if I come back 6 months from now, they probably won't have them. And I really liked them. So I went ahead and got them both. And I didn't pay that much for them. That was like $5, $6 a piece for them. They weren't much. And I believe they're 40 by 40s. And that's all I'm going to tell you about them. I will leave you with the anticipation of seeing them when they come in. Okay? But I couldn't resist. I went in there looking to find out where my orders were and how soon I could possibly, have them delivered. And happened to look at them and I'm going, ooh, those are parties. And so I went ahead and got them. because I knew if I came back later, they'd be gone. But I did keep it down to two. I only bought two. I didn't buy a whole bunch. So I know it's just an excuse as to buying, right? But but I did. I only bought the two, and I used. I bought some tools and stuff that I needed. Well, I didn't need them, but I wanted. And then um, and I spent like $20 total. So, and I used a $5 credit that I had, so yeah. I'm trying to avoid sticking my arm against the sticky, you know. And but they're really, 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 really pretty if you like peacocks, and I happen to like peacocks. So, but yeah, I got another tray. This one, it kind of reminds you of this one, except for the tray that it comes with a like a little plug that's on the outside rather than on the inside. And I thought, oh, that's a good idea. So that's what I did. I got that. And let me get this back in here. Come on. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. And so anyway, and so I did get another tray, by the way. And what else did I get? I can't remember everything. But it was just little odds and ends that really weren't that expensive. They were inexpensive little items. And okay, I think I've got all of these. I do. Okay, oh, there's one. I knew there was one down here, but I just couldn't find it. It was hiding right there. Alrighty. And then, and I ordered them. Early this morning. So hopefully they'll come in soon. But the way my mail has been running here lately, your guess is as good as mine as to when it's going to be coming in. So, anyhow, there we go. Got that. And then, what I'm going to do is back this up a little bit. There we go. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to do what, the F's? Yeah, let's do the F's. Okay, there's J. F is number 12. And the color is 820. Number 12. Yeah. And anyhow, so yeah, I just laid around, didn't do much anything today. I just didn't feel like doing anything. I hung around and just kind of wasted the whole day away. Gosh, that's good. And watched some videos, did watch some documentaries, that kind of stuff. They were talking, they had a documentary, and they were talking about, the beginnings of the Catholic Church and who basically started it, and the religious doctrines and stuff that it's based on, and the whole 9 yards, which I thought was kind of interesting. So I watched that, and then I watched a couple of marathons. It was let's see, it was Unexplained Mysteries or something. And I watched that. And then watched a marathon with the swamp people. And they had this one that they had um, this special gator fishing hole that they used, and it usually has a lot of gators, and no problem, right? Well, they went back this year and went to you know get ready to set up to fish for alligators in that spot, and there weren't any alligators. They were all gone. And they were trying to figure out where in the world did the alligators go and why. Okay, they couldn't even find any fish. That's how bad it was. So they brought out this one guy with a with this throwing net. It's like a big circular bait net, and threw it out a couple of 2, 3 times and didn't catch not one fish, not nothing, not a minnow, nothing. Okay. And then they said, okay. So then they set out some, they thought maybe it was alligator gars that had taken over in that spot. So they ran and did put out some jugs with bait on them and to catch alligator gar, right? And they only caught one small gar off of like 20 hooks, sort of kind of situation. And they're going, nah, there's something wrong. And, there was no birds. It was weird. It's just weird. And so they kept looking and trying to figure it out. And then they were sitting there on the boat and they were just looking around trying to figure out what happened and what was going on. And all of a sudden, they saw this fin come up and cruise across the top of the water. Okay? And they both are going, what? Is that a shark? That looks like a shark, And anyhow, so they prepared to catch this shark that they saw, which they did catch. Okay, they were, what they call adolescents. They were like, 3 or 4 foot long bull sharks. And apparently, the because the water level in the Mississippi in the river um, was so low that the ocean, the salt water, was coming up into the river. Okay, and that's why those bull sharks were there, because they can live in what they call brackish water, which is a mixture of fresh and salt water. And these sharks had taken over this little inlet, this little bay-like area that they used to hunt alligators in. And they're going, holy cow, how did that happen? What's going on here? And the only thing they can figure is that the water level in the on the river has dropped so much that it is allowing the salt water to come into and up the river. And because of that, they've got sharks, and they also even caught a saltwater catfish, not a freshwater, a saltwater catfish, which they look entirely different than a freshwater. And so so they went hunting around. They eventually found where the alligators had gone to, but it was just weird how that happened. And that happens every night. And they were saying that there were like from the coast to where they were at on the river was like almost 40 miles from the coast. And they're going, wow, that's a long way for salt water to get that far up. So, anyhow, but that's what I was watching. And then I was watching another video that they were rounding up feral hogs and getting them out of the area. Okay. And these feral hogs were basically taking over this guy's ranch. And that was in, I believe it was, I think they said it was South Louisiana, I think. And anyhow, so so I watched that. So like I said, I watched a lot of stuff today. It might be stuff that other people have no interest in, but I said, you know, why not? Come on. I got these little pieces, and they are not wanting to come off of there. Come on. Yeah, Missy's, we're gonna have sandwiches, sub sandwiches tonight. We are having, it's kind of like a teriyaki chicken um, on sub buns, and then we're gonna have some and all the fixings, you know, the cheese and the lettuce and all the goodies, you know. So it's gonna be pretty good when she gets it done. And then we're gonna have a side dish of chips and dip. And so everybody's been wanting subs, but they didn't want to spend, you know, a buco's amount of dollars for the Subway sandwiches. Because the last time I bought a Subway sandwich, one sandwich now, you know, it was I think it was a foot-long sandwich, and it was just your basic, you know, lunch, you know, your basic, what do they call it, a BLT or a BTL or whatever they call them. Anyhow, just a basic sandwich, nothing fancy about it. And it cost me like $14, $15 for one sandwich. And I said, nope, that's not going to happen again. Because you used to get Subway like once a month or something. I buy everybody a Subway sandwich. And I do it like once a month. And so I buy, you know, like 4 great big sandwiches, you know. And it wasn't really that. I mean, it was expensive, but it wasn't that expensive. But this last time, nope, afraid not. I did that like a couple of months ago, and I said, nope, not going to happen again. So we decided to make our own Subway sandwiches. And what she did is she bought a flat of chicken breasts, and what she did is sliced them up, chopped them up into little, you know, little cubes or whatever. And she's marinating it, and with this special sauce. I'm not sure. Wish she'd stop doing that. And anyhow, and so and that's what we're gonna have for supper tonight. Something simple, something basic. Don't have to do a lot of cooking, you know. Yeah, because tonight is my daughter's last night for her days off. And she got to go back to work tomorrow. So she decided to do sandwiches for tonight. Big sandwiches. Which that's fine by me. You know, I'm easy to please. I am not a real picky eater. So, here we go. See, that's not bad. No, look at that. I'm not even in screen. Would you believe that? Sorry about that. Anyhow, and I was going to go to the grocery store with him, but I didn't want to get out in that all that snow that's still hanging around and try to walk through it, and me not having that good a balance. All right, no, I think I'll stay home. So I stayed home while they went grocery shopping, her and my grandson. And then while they were gone, I sat and worked on the purple dragon. So, yeah. Oh, I know what I ordered. I remember what else I ordered. I ordered this stuff. It's like blue tack, but it's called white tack. And I thought I would try it. It wasn't that expensive. It was only a couple of dollars. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to try it and see if it works. If I get as good of results with um, from that than the blue tack. I just wish the blue tack wasn't so stringy. That's the only thing I've got against it. It has a tendency to be kind of stringy, and I don't like that. You know, I know there was one lady I was watching. I can't remember what her name was now, right offhand. And she had some. Get off of there. And she had some clay or whatever that that was gifted to her from somebody, and they make their own putty or their own clay. And I thought, oh, cool. And she says it's a lot stiffer. It's not stringy like the blue tack is. And I thought, oh no, that's a good idea. I'm gonna have to find somebody that makes their own clay and start trying some of them out and see if I can find some that I really like. You know what I mean? Because I don't see myself giving up diamond painting anytime soon. No, I don't think so. And so anyway, yeah, you can hear the girls in the hallway playing. Yeah. Yeah, they get a little wound up in the evenings. They're pretty quiet during the day. They sleep during the day, but in the evenings, until about midnight, they are going at it like there's no tomorrow. And I know Frankie wants to go outside. She sees the sun is shining, but what she doesn't understand is that the snow was still out there, even though the sun was shining. And so maybe tomorrow, if it's not raining or snowing, and the temperature comes up a little bit more, because the temperature only got to about 40 today. And so yeah, but I wanted something happy and cheerful and bright. I was tired of things dark and dull. So I decided to look up and see if I could find me something happy and cheerful. I found quite a few of them, but I found this one that I had talked about the other day, and I said, I'm going to set that one up and go ahead and start working on it. Now, I got one that's kind of cool. It looks like an aquarium. And I got a bunch of cats sitting in front of this aquarium watching the fish. But I didn't want to start that one right now because that's a great big one. It's like 70 centimeters, something like that. So I didn't want to get into another great big one. So my favorite size is a 40 by 40. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's just right, you know. And I also found another one that I had bought months ago. I was going to do it during uh, I can't, what it was like a theme or whatever. Anyhow, and I think it was Star, I think is the one that did it. You know, it was pertaining to the Wizard of Oz. Okay, and I had this one. It had the Emerald City of the castle in the background, and then it had a field of flowers leading up to the Emerald City, and then it had the lion and the scarecrow, the Tin Man and Dorothy facing with their back to the castle, right, facing you. And I thought it was a really nice picture, and I was going to do it for that particular challenge or whatever, and I didn't. I didn't have time. I mean, by the time I realized that the challenge was supposed to start, it was already over. I said, "Oh well, next time." But yeah, I found that one in my stash of stuff. So, and then I just got so many that I've got that are set up and ready to go, but unfortunately, I haven't started them. Mostly um, because they're great big ones, you know. And I just don't want to get into them not until I get done with some of the others. Mm. So, anyhow, I hope everyone's had a good day today. It's been not a too bad of a day, you know. And it got, like I said, it got up into the 40s today. And so it wasn't too bad. Get over here. Get over here. And so it wasn't too bad today. And mostly the only reason I really mainly had to go to Walmart was to get some cat food. I needed to get a big bag of cat food. So I handed the money to my daughter and said, "Here, if you're going in there, would you please get me a bag of cat food?" She says, "Okay." That way the kitties don't go hungry. You know. Yeah. Some reason this blue tack's not working very well tonight. Anyhow, so, jeez. I'm having to really push it in there, see if I can get it to stay in there. There we go. Try it that way. And so really technically I didn't really have to go to the store, which is fine. You know, it's one less thing I gotta do. Yeah, my daughter says there was hardly any bread because she was going to get some the smaller sub rolls. They didn't have any. They were completely wiped out. And regular, you know, just your regular loaf bread, that was all practically none on the shelf. And I said, "You got to be kidding me." And she says, "Nope, it is." They were all picked over. And I said, "Well, okay." So, oh, excuse me. Goodness gracious. And so, in a way, I'm kind of glad I didn't go. She said, plus there was lots and lots of people there. And you know me, I'm not that big of a people person. I got this t-shirt that I wear that I got from Temu. It's got a couple of cats on it. And it's like they're peeking around the, like a door frame or whatever. And it says, ooh, people. Oh, that's kind of me, you know. And so anyway, so in a way, I'm kind of glad I didn't go. Yeah. Frankie's at the door going, Mama, let me in. Well, I'm going to finish this corner, I think, and then I'm going to jump on off of here and go in there and see if Melissa needs some help chopping up veggies and stuff for the sandwiches. Yeah. Anyhow, but I wanted to get this, get off of there. I wanted to get this painting started, and there it is, and whatnot. Yeah. Take and roll it a little bit, and that way, got one that jumped off. There we go. Put it right there. Anyhow, and then and that way they can I can help her, you know, because we got to get grate up some cheese, and we got to, you know, cut up some lettuce and tomatoes and that kind of good stuff. You know, and I figured I'd get off of here, get this video uploaded, and I'll go help her in the kitchen for a little while. Yeah. Let me finish this area right here. And yeah, her husband came out looking for something to eat a little while ago. I figured, well, I am going to come in here in the bedroom and get out of the way, and let them talk or do whatever they do, and then I'm going to come back out and help them cut up veggies and stuff. All right, I'm going to finish this. I'll finish this later. But anyhow, that's the beginnings of my Finding Nemo. So there we go. So I'm going to wish you a good evening. Have a great day. Have a good final happy Sunday, and we will see you all tomorrow on Monday. All right, so y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.